Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is David Venable, and I directed the short film The Body. We screened it in class. Claire and I have discussed sharing my pre-production process, and so here I am doing just that. I hope this proves helpful. So prior to writing the script, I made a preliminary version of this, a kind of combination lookbook and treatment. But after doing my first draft, I expanded it to be the version you will see in a moment. I was inspired by my friend's treatments. He does music videos professionally, and he occasionally shares his pitch treatments with me. I decided to do my own version for my own projects, styling the treatment itself after the tone and aesthetic of the eventual product. So I use Photoshop for mine. I find it allows for the most creative freedom, but everything from InDesign to PowerPoint presentations can be used for this. Essentially, I start with a brief synopsis of the piece on the first page, something to get the potential audience's attention. The cover page also establishes the general aesthetic of the overall treatment. I make a list of my influences for the piece to best get myself in the right headspace. From there, I start breaking down my goals for the look and feel of the film, how I imagine it in my head. So, for example, here I described the very particular aspect ratio and the influences for the score according to what I imagined. From there, I broke down the overall look of the film using references from other movies and photography. I prefer to use the site FilmGrab. It's got a pretty comprehensive set of screenshots, so I don't always have to make my own in like VLC or a media player or something along those lines. It lists not only by film, but by director of photography and director. Since we were planning on building our set, I also found examples of the look and feel of the set, and I even created a rough blueprint in Adobe Illustrator. But that isn't exactly a necessity for all, of course. I also attached the script itself. So that's the treatment. I've done one for every idea and every concept that I've had for films, and I find it to be incredibly helpful. I also highly recommend making a playlist for your composer and screening films for your crew that you find aesthetically or thematically comparable. In addition, I also highly recommend storyboarding the script. I often hear people say I can't even draw stick figures, but this is an example of the filmmaker Brian De Palma's storyboards, a man who is considered a filmmaker with a remarkable and singular visual style. Basically, as long as you can explain them to your director of photography, you're good to go. Here's an example of my storyboards for The Body. I hope this proved helpful in any way, shape, and form, and if you have any questions or need clarification, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Have a great semester. I can't wait to see the film we all end up making. Stay safe out there. We're all in this together. Thank you. Bye.